What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to kick off California week with 10 questions about the Anaheim Ducks, continuing the ever-popular 10 questions segment. Let's start off number 10. Will Teemu Selanne be back? I believe so. I think if he was going to come back, you'd know by now. So I think they're operating under the presumption that I think he's 43 years old. 43-year-old will be back. And he's, should be. He can still play, and there's no point in him going back and retiring if he still gets something left in the tank. So I think that'll work out. Number 9, will Cam Fowler break out this year and earn a spot in the U.S. Olympic team? I think he's going to have a good year. I think he's finally going to have a plus season. It's important to remember he's still not even 22 years old, so he's still got a lot of room to grow, and I think he'll continue his development, and I think he'll definitely have a very capable fourth year in the league, and really show why he was a top prospect, as highly touted as he was. I know he's a 10th pick, but there are arguments saying he should have gone in the top 3, and with the Florida Goodbranson thing not looking too good. I talked about that in the Florida Panthers piece. Probably should have won the 3rd pick. Number 8, will Johnny Gibson, the U.S. goalie, be up this year? Maybe for a cup of coffee. He's not ready to take the number 1 job. He's an amazing goalie. We saw what he did at the World Juniors and the World Championships, invite to the preliminary U.S. Olympic camp, but he's not ready yet, and I think time in the AHL will benefit him greatly. Number 7, speaking of the Olympics, will there be an Olympic total like there was in 2010 with Anaheim? I think they had the most Olympians of any team in the league, with Prong was out of there, but with Niedermeyer, with Bobby Ryan, with Corey Perry, with Getzlaf, with Koivu, with Selanne, a couple other guys too. I think Hiller, the whole team pretty much played the Olympics that year. They're going to have a similar number this year. Obviously, Bobby Ryan's not there. We'll talk more about that. But I think Getzlaf and Perry are both in a spot. Cam Fowler has a shot at making Team USA. It's going to be they'll have a good share of U.S. of mixed Olympians on that team, and I think it'll take its toll. But I don't think it'll cost them in the long run. His guys will be hungry, especially in the first half, to earn a spot on that team. So we'll see what happens. Will Victor Fast repeat this because he has rookie as a 28, 29, 30-year-old rookie? I think he'll be solid. I think he is what he is, but I think he'll be definitely a good tandem with Hiller next year, warming the seat for Gibson to be ready. Number 5, will Emerson score 30 goals? Put the over-under at 28.5 with Mr. Edom, the pride of Long Beach, California. I think he can. He's definitely got the wheels and the offensive acumen to do it. But I think he'll. He's still rough around the edges a little bit. But I think he'll definitely show flashes this year, and they're going to need him. We'll talk more about that as the segment goes on. Number 4, will Hampus Lindholm, or Shea Theodore be up this year? The last 2 first-round picks. I think you might see Lindholm for a little bit, but Theodore's back to the Seattle Thunderbirds. That's an almost 100% lock. Number 3, they got 2 first-round picks from the aforementioned Bobby Ryan trade. Will they make a big move? I don't think so. I think they're going to stand pat, draft 2 players in a pretty decent 2014 draft, and go from there. But you never know. Never rule anything out. Number 2, will they be the best team in California next year? It's going to be tough. San Jose and the Kings are hungry, but if the whole team plays the level they're capable of and they replace a certain player, which we'll talk about. The number 1 question, I wouldn't rule anything out. Absolutely not. Number 1, who replaces Bobby Ryan? First of all, I've said this ad nauseum. You don't replace Bobby Ryan. They got Silverberg. They got nose on the prospect. He's not ready. Raquel might be up for a little bit. His former Plymouth Whaler teammate. He was. Actually, Raquel was up last year. I think about it. Silverberg, Edom, Palmieri, who they re-signed. I think he's definitely. He could have 20 goals next year. Palmieri, 20, 25 goals easily. Those guys will step up. And you don't replace, like I said, a player like that. But if everyone contributes a little bit more and steps their game up, Getzlaf and Perry play to the level they're capable of, which we've seen them do in the past. If, like I said, Edom steps in and really steps up his offensive game. If Silverberg translates from his game comes over from Ottawa and he plays to the level he's capable of, Bobby Ryan's production, though hard to replace, can be matched. Like I said, matched is probably a better word than replace, because like I said, Bobby Ryan's a world-class player. I know he's the top 30 forward in the league. It might be stretched, but a guy like him, you don't just you take a spot. Everyone has to contribute, and that's the whole thing with playing team hockey. If everyone does that, I can't see any reason why there'll be a major slip in the standings. Now, anything could happen. This is kind of a wild card team, but like I said, I can see them win the Pacific Division, but I can also see them missing the playoffs. It's a matter of the goaltending. It's a matter of the forward core coming together and the defense. the blue line stepping up the game. If Cam Fowler improves his defensive acumen and continues his trajectory in terms of being a great puck moving defenseman, this team could surprise. And they got their heart broken by Detroit last year in the first round. Just throwing 7-game series. And I know the core nucleus: Getzoff, Perry, Beauchemin, Selanne. They've all won the cup. But the other guys are hungry and they want to improve on that and not let that hold them down. Last year's tough loss to Detroit. And I think if they take the necessary steps forward, they'll do just that. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the 10 questions concerning the Anaheim Ducks going into the 2013-2014 NHL season. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the offseason and beyond. Later, guys.